Guys, if person of very dark man is actually pursuing the story and the case of Mohbad better than the Nigerian police, that is what I'm really getting from comment sections on Twitter, on social media. A lot of people are now responding to that. He is really asking a lot of interesting questions, and we get to really understand his own view, because what he's deploying right now is the gap in between their stories. That is something I got to understand, and even has indicted Instablog Naija that this guy, they still have a credible news or a credible story to actually tell the world. Yes, based on what this guy talk, you will get to understand that when Mohbad died, the news was broken on Instablog Naija as being dead as a result of ear infection. But the story way that they talk right now, nobody mentioned ear infection. Very dark man is a very intelligent guy, and this thing is really opening a lot of eyes to this direction. That is something I got to understand, because I keep saying it that the killers of Mohbad, they are within. That is one thing we need to understand. A lot of people going after the lives of Sam Larry, Naira Marley, and all those things, then you are not ready for justice. That is one thing you need to understand, because if you go after those guys, then they can easily get away. So now we should be asking some kind of questions. Very dark man actually made some kind of incredible allegation. I know you must have listened to this. I want you to listen to it again so that we get to understand it better.
And that source is in that house that gave Instablog this information, especially with the fact that Instablog is the first blog. Instablog broke that news. So the question is, who gave Instablog the information that it was ear infection that by Mohbad? Now, it is between Mohbad's wife and Adura, Mohbad's brother, that were in that house. Now, let me show you how it got even more crazier. Instablog posted this on the 12th. Mohbad's wife now posted something on the 13th, the next day after the husband died. And Instablog immediately reposted it. Go on away to one of the city they go on. So Instablog reposted on the 13th, as you can see, 13th September 2023. Instablog wrote, "He struggled till by, you all made me a widow at 24. Mohbad wife continues to mourn him." Now, before I open what Mohbad wife said on that day, do you know the craziest part of everything? Mohbad's wife did not counter what Instablog had posted. Because if Instablog lied, or if the source did not come from Mohbad's wife or Adura, Mohbad's wife would have said, Instablog, that is not what by my husband. It was not ear infection. It was ABCD. But guess what? She ignored what Instablog posted, because I want to believe that she knows. She quickly turned the thing towards another direction. Now this is what she posted. "This nigga struggled till by. Too many pains, threatening. He has always lived with fear. Continuous fight everywhere he goes to."
Now, you've listened to Very Dark Man to an extent and got you to understand that, yes, these people actually messed up the story. That is something I got to understand about all of this. And they are trying to mess up with us. Even Iyabojo, I think she didn't know that the people who do this thing, they deal within, and they are trying to use everybody's head. That is one thing you got to understand. But for you to get into this route, you got to understand that you have to be logical. Just like what Very Dark Man is saying right now. Who told Instablog Naija, say na ear infection kill this guy? And now from the story, nothing like ear infection. Is it that somebody is trying to quickly get away from murder or with murder? That is the question we need to ask ourselves right here. I think a lot of people are now responding and getting to understand this story from a dynamic and a different point of view. Very Dark Man has been outspoken ever since, said a lot of things that we need to really understand from a different point of view. If we really want justice for Mohbad, we should really ask some kind of tactical question, logical questions. And now everything seems to be pointing at the wife, that is a person of Wunmi. What a lot of persons are saying is that maybe she is not giving us the full details. That is what a lot of persons are really saying about all of this. Based on the people that Very Dark Man has interviewed, I think they all pointed at a direction, Wumi. So what is really significant about this thing? I want you to put your own comment in the comment section. But a person of Naira Marley is breaking silence. Who is he talking to? That is a question a lot of us are really asking in here. Naira Marley actually came out to say on his Insta story, he said, even if the world seems to oppose you, Allah's support is paramount. Who is he talking about? Some people, they comment section, they say Naija Ojo they talk about, while some people, they point another direction. So who is Naira Marley talking about? Right now, a lot of people are now accusing Iyabo Ojo of playing a bad role in the case of Mohbad. That is what a lot of people are really coming out with. And then there was a protest in Lagos about all of this. I don't know if it's a content creation protest or any other thing, but I think a lot of people actually responded to that protest, and this is quite interesting and disturbing at the same time. So now Naira Marley seems to be laughing last. And a lot of people, they come out, they accuse Very Dark Man of really helping Naira Marley to get away with this. Based on investigation, based on what we know, if you say that Naira Marley buy Mohbad, guys, you cannot prove that case. That means you will not even catch the killer. So if Naira buy that young man, he didn't do it directly. So we need to get to the root cause. So that is what we are really getting right here. So what is your own take about this story? I want you to put your own comment in the comment section so that you can have a take on what you feel so far. So because a lot of people are really talking about this thing, so I have to share it with you guys. And then share my videos across social media platforms. Be a part of our daily conversation. Comment and then like this video. Interact with us on different platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, every other platforms. Interact with us so that we can really understand things together.